Personal identity. Personal identity comes down to this. So we need to talk about what is a self concept, self knowledge, self esteem, self image, self efficacy, self acceptance, and what does those words mean? This whole chapter it comes down to what is your identity. Now, your identity, I see it as almost as a bunch of apples. All of us, we are different. Apples are usually different. They have different shapes and colors and so different, and you are unique as well. And that is what identity is. Identity comes down to a set of physical, psychological, and interpersonal characteristic traits that's not shared with someone else. I like to condense it down to there's four circles. We have a biological part, meaning your body, that you don't share with someone, meaning it's only you and there. And then mind, you have a brain, and then a social life and a spiritual life. So even if you're identical twin, you're not sharing a body, not sharing a brain. Maybe you share the same friends, maybe the same spiritual viewpoints, but it's not the whole four isn't shared with someone else. That's what identity is. I like to explain the whole self concepts like this. So we have the self concept. The self concept is the perception you have of yourself. It's either inflated or deflated, it's usually not realistic. We need to try and make it realistic. If we don't, our self concept leads to our self image. Self image is how do you see yourself? While you're walking down the street, how do you perceive yourself? How do other people perceive you? And that leads to your self esteem. Your self esteem is the money worth, the value that you connect to yourself. Many people want to increase their self esteem, but to do that, you have to change your self image, which means you have to make your self concept realistic. Otherwise, this will only be an inflated or deflated perception you have. But we want to make it realistic. To do that, we need to ask a self knowledge question. The self knowledge question is always a question. And this goes and gets the answer from the self efficacy. The answer to self efficacy is always yes or not yet. So, can you do this? Yes or not yet. Are you able to do public speaking? Yes or not yet. If the answer is no here, then it means there's a mindset problem that you'll have to pay attention to. But it brings this answer back to our self knowledge, it brings it back to our self concept, and it makes it realistic, which then has this effect of making this better. Because realistic is automatically better than inflated or deflated. Otherwise, we use things like fake it till you make it, which I don't think we should do. Then there's self schemas as well. Self schemas refers to this idea where there's all of these books inside of your brain going to different roads, going to different books, where there's information about you and your surrounding in it. Self schemas is something that we need to be able to make um, like muscle memory happen. Without self schemas, it's difficult for us to get new ideas and convey old ideas with new ideas, see which ones are better. So self schemas is it comes down to what's the capital city of Finland. If you know me, you would understand this concept now. Great. Then we have self acceptance. It's easier to accept yourself if it's based on your self efficacy that increase your self concept, making it more realistic. It's easier to have self acceptance if it's the real you. So self acceptance quite literally refers to an acceptance of oneself, the acceptance that's based on relatively objective appraisal of one's unique talents, capabilities, worth, realistic recognition of one's limits, and the rich feeling of satisfaction for both of these talents and boundaries. So